continuation of continuing from 5, so we're going to start doing 6. So this is technically like a midpoint, but we have to find variables. So the first one I'm given is 3a plus 5, comma b minus 2, and b is negative 2a minus 3, comma 3b. If m is 2a, comma 3b, what is a and b? So our midpoint formula is m equals x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. Now I just have to plug in my points. So we have m, which is 2a, comma 3b. That equals 3a plus 5, and then plus negative 2a minus 3 over 2, comma b minus 2 plus 3b over 2 close parentheses. Now I'm gonna solve a for now. So it's gonna be 2a equals 3a plus 5 plus negative 2a minus 3 over 2. So I want to first get rid of my 2. So by multiply 2, and this one's gone. We also multiply this with 2. So 4a equals 3a plus 5 plus negative 2a minus 3. Now I can easily simplify this, and it's going to be 4a equals a plus 2. So now now that it's all simplified as much as possible, we can isolate the numbers and the variables. So I'm going to first get rid of this a by subtracting a, so minus a on this side over here as well. And it's going to be 3a equals 2. So 3 and 3. So a equals 2 over 3. Now let's go ahead and do my b. So 3b equals b minus 2 plus 3b over 2. Now I want to get rid of my 2, so multiply times 2 and this one's gone. Also multiply this one times 2, so it would be 6b equals b minus 2 plus 3b. I can simplify this even more, so it's going to be 6b equals 4b minus 2. So now I want to isolate my variables and my numbers on different sides. So I'm going to get rid of my 4b and pass it to the other side. So subtract 4b, this one's gone, and also subtract 4b from this side, which is going to give me 2b equals negative 2. And then divide by 2, so it only comes out as in b. And divide this side by 2 as well. And it's going to be b equals negative 1. So now I'm going to be doing number 7. This is a distance problem, so I have to find the distance. So it says find the distance to given points in the simplest form. The points I'm given are A is -6, -3, and B is +2, 1, parentheses. The formula for distance is square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So I'm just going to plug in the numbers. It would be d equals square root, and then two minus -6 squared plus 1 minus -3 squared. So I'm going to simplify them, but a negative minus a negative is a positive, so as well as this one. So it would be d equals square root of 6 plus 2 is 8 squared plus 1 plus 3 is 4 squared. So it would be d equals 64 plus 16, which would equal to d equals 64 plus 16, 10 on the top, 6, 7, 80. Go to 80, and it would be 80, and then 240. Divided by 2 is 20, divided by 2 is 10, divided by 5 is 2, and divided by 2 is 1. So I have 2 doubles in this one, so it would be d equals 2 times 2, and then 5. So it would be d equals 4 square root of 5. This would be my distance for my 2 points. Now I'm going to do number 8. So this is also a distance problem. So the points I'm given are A is 2 square root of 3, 4 square root of 5, and B is -2 square root of 3, -2 square root of 5. So my formula for distance is square root x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So I'm going to plug in my numbers, and it's going to be d equals square root of -2 square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 3 squared plus -2 square root of 5 minus 4 square root of 5. And when you simplify it, it would be d equals square root of 4 square root of 3 squared plus you're adding these two, so it'll be like, it's going to end up being 6 square root of 5 squared. And then 4 times 4 is 16, so D equals 16 times 3, which is this number. And then square root of 6 is 36, so plus 36 times 5, which is given by this number. So when you add these two, it would be D equals square root of 48, and then this one would be plus 180, which equals to 228. You can simplify 228 by first dividing by 2, and giving me 444. 404. 144, yeah. And divide this by 2, gives you 57. Divide this by 3, it gives you 19. And then you can divide this by 19, and it just gives you 1. So it would be D equals 2, which are my doubles, they stay outside. So 2 square root of 2 times 19 equals 2 square root of 27. And this would be my distance for number 8. Now we're gonna go ahead and do number 9, which is A, 3k, 4, and B, 2k, 0, if my distance D equals 4 square root of 5, then what is K? I have to find all possible answers. Now my distance formula is D equals square root of x 2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, and when you plug it in, you get 4 over 4 square root of 5 equals square root of 2k minus 3k squared plus 0 minus 4 squared. Now you can simplify this by getting rid, we first have to get rid of your square root by squaring it. So you get rid of this one, and you also have to do this one by squared. So it would be 4 square root of 5 equals, once you simplify, you're going to get negative k squared plus 16, because you're multiplying 4 times 4, but since you're negative, negative times a negative equals a positive, so it would be 16. And after that, you can simplify your distance. So it will be 4 times 4 times 5 equals 80. And then 80 equals negative k squared plus 16. Now I want to get rid of this one of my 16, so minus 16. So it's gone, minus 16. I'll get 64 equals negative k squared. Now I have to square this one to get rid of this one, and also square this one. So my square root of 64 is 8. So now I divide this by negative because I want it to be negative k. So it would end up being k equals negative 8. But it could also be just 8, like positive 8. So these would be all my possible answers for number 9. Now we're going to do number 10. So number 10 is finding my variable and then plugging it in into a different equation. So 10 is a x comma 2y and b is 4x comma 2y. If d equals 12, then find 2x minus 5. So the formula for distance is d equals square root x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 plus, minus y1 squared. I plug in my numbers, so it would be 12 equals 4x minus x squared plus 2y minus 2y squared. But I want to get rid of my square root, so I would have to square root this out. This one gets gone, and you also do the squared, so it would be 144 equals, and then when you simplify it, it would be, when you simplify the inside part, it would be 3x squared. But since 2y minus 2y is 0, so it would just be 0, so we're not going to count that. So you already get rid of this one. When you squared this one out, you also get rid of this one, so this one doesn't exist anymore. So you just divide by 3, divide this by 3, and x equals 48. But it's also asking me to plug it into this equation, so it would be 2x minus 5 equals y. So we know what x is, so we plug in 48 for x minus 5. So 2 times 48 would be 96, and then minus 5 equals 91. So 2x minus 5 would equal 91. So these are going to be my answers. X equals 48 and 2x minus 5 equals 91.